What's happening, ladies and gentlemen of League Zero, and welcome to the postseason press conference for Pepega Parrots. This is kind of last minute, but surprisingly have a decent amount of people here. Got, let's see, that's Kizgo, that is No You, that's Cannon, Chromed, Jemima, Damien, Poofa. So we got a few people here who want to talk / have questions, ? Let's see if Reborn has anything, or if he just wants to hang out.
Yeah,
Reborn. I got a
Reborn.
question, right? How did y'all lose to Thoughtfullies with Nikos, man? Nikos is the fucking GOAT. How'd y'all lose?
That place had the perfect draft.
They did.
I don't know how you
That
guys
is true.
lose
That is true. I'm actually very sorry about that question. I have another
Thought-
one.
Thought
Why did
Police
you lose to
easy-
Mortal Wombat, Mickey Mouse team?
I'm not
Because-
sure. But I
Mickey
can tell you,
Wombat.
the reason we lost to Thought Police is because they had easily the MVP of the league who got robbed. Little Pants.
Archivist? Oh,
Oh
my
my.
bad.
Content created
Dude, he shit on me and he shit on me. Sorry, can I say that? Am I allowed to say that?
I don't care.
Okay, cool. He did not let me live for more than 10 seconds in a scrim the other day, with cum. I don't know if I could say that word.
Whoa.
Christian
man.
University of Michigan, for Toker. My bad. Yeah, Little Pants just dominating me.
Little Pants,
Easily the better support
Team
player.
MVP? Okay.
Yeah.
Jemima, if you had to give me a ballpark range for your deaths per 10 and Mr.
My
Yu-
deaths per 10 against Little, probably 15 deaths per 10.
No, I mean in general on Michigan
Oh, on Michigan, like 3.
as a gold support player, of course. As a
I'm
brown
not gold!
Yeah, he's silver. Get it right.
support player, my
My
bad.
god!
I think it's a little bit lower than
All
silver,
right,
maybe.
I'm
Monty, you have a question?
1100!
Guys, can we stop bullying people? Seriously.
Alright, what's up, guys? As Emerald that knows everything about the team, who's the worst player on the team?
Yo, mama.
I
Go
know
big
that-
ass mama.
I was the worst player on the
Are
team.
you asking who the
Mom.
worst player on the team was?
Yeah.
I think it was easily Chrome Zephyr, hypothetically.
You weren't on our team.
Wait,
Yeah.
let me look
There was
at
one time, do you remember that scrim where I ranked for Pepega on Doom, and then I had like 24 deaths per 10?
What?
Yeah.
That just
Yeah.
sounds like my stat line, bro. Honestly.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
you get value while doing it. I had like 0.4 limbs.
It was probably honestly, I don't know.
I
Probably
think we were all
Keyhigh.
good players in a range.
Considering he played, I think the only map Keyhigh played was like the only game he played during the season
He didn't even play in a game.
ever. I know.
He
I
played in
mean,
one
like,
term.
the only time he ever logged on to Overwatch the whole entire League Zero season.
That's true.
So I guess a different question that I'd like to hear is, generally I start these with asking like what was the plan coming into the draft, but I think that's kind of self-explanatory, being a expansion team, where I'm a little bit more curious with, Jemima would probably know this a little bit more, is Pepega was very outspoken, shall we say, after the draft about their chances, very bolsterous coming into the first week of games, and then kind of fell flat on your faces, right? So what was the
Okay. So going
the
in,
context?
Obviously we had players like Juice, high energy, very loud, very outspoken about how good they are. Well, Juice is a good player. We were not working all on the same page together. Not anyone in particular's fault. I just, I told him to, get out there, be loud, be yourself, like have fun. I kind of wanted to have fun with this team, seeing as how it would probably be my last Overwatch team, like, forever. I made it to, like, tier
Joins
3.
Michigan.
Yeah, I made it to, like, tier 3 a while ago. I'm done. I just wanted to have fun,
I feel like I don't know. I don't remember who did a lot of the hyping up about the team.
I'll admit, I did my share of, being on the... I got in a lot of trouble with the Twitter.
No, I don't want to remember that.
I think I got probably 6 messages within the first 24 hours about how I need to delete what we posted.
I kept
Wait, what
retweeting Indian. I kept retweeting Indian news.
Yeah, Kids kept retweeting things from India
The
about.
Bowie Bay song.
Yeah, we followed the Bowie Basics, greatest baseball team ever. Could
Yeah,
actually
like-
beat the any MLB team right
I don't
now.
know.
we
I
we
think-
raced the Tanning B.
I think we just happened to be one of those like those teams that like looked pretty okay on paper, especially for like the expansion. Like, of course, being an expansion team, like there are gonna be like there was a lot of better players who weren't at our like availability. Like, but I think we looked pretty good. But like Jemima said, I think every single person on the team was just on a different page and just had different goals while playing the game. If that makes
Like Juice clearly wanted to be the best to win, which is fine. But we also had players who, just wanted to, mess around, have fun. So I kind of just, went for more personality based rather than skill based, which I think worked out. We didn't fight much. So
Dysfunctional humans.
I think a lot of it was like it was a team where no one really knew how good it was, and they still said it was good.
Yeah.
Like, and hyped it.
But
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
think I might
was
have been the
definitely
only
very
person who
overhyped.
thought it would be at most a mid-level team.
oh, for
I feel
sure.
like a lot of people like even outside of the team were just like hyping up.
No,
I never-
I'm specifically talking like outside of it. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I never wanted to like say it out loud because I never wanted to doubt my own team. I expected like mid-level team, which was a little high for what we actually ended up. But
In a fair amount of it, we're the best team.
yeah,
For
so
real.
I felt like there's some play. I used to work with Chimp Club. I was their head coach in Horizon League. They ended up winning, and their whole thing was based off like if they were being told how good they are, they're gonna do better. So that's kind of what I did for our team here, and it just didn't work out the same way.
In a world where I don't fall asleep during the draft, we win these leagues. Like we actually win these. In a world where I
I think we're actually worse.
fall asleep.
Poofa, can we get an Among Us meow real quick, please?
No.
What's that mean? How's an Among Us meow?
She meows the Among Us theme song, and it's
We have
hilarious.
the next question.
I am
So-
uncomfortable now.
It looks
I don't
like
know.
Reed
Meownga.
has a question.
Oh no.
But so DC, like,
Owner.
it was very clear that from the very beginning that they were gonna win it all, and they did. So
No, man, they're the bottom of the team held up by ego.
yeah, they're a bottom level team held up by a thin ego. Wah.
You
Like,
could put me.
yeah, me too, man. Me too.
Fuck.
You okay?
Okay, so
Reed.
about you guys
Shit.
getting hyped up and shit, that was just from like us veteran players. Like I'm pretty sure like none like new people know. But, like it was mostly just the veterans. Just like you got Juice because Juice played like in advanced and expert. And he's been like around for like a long time. He's been like decent. You got Central. Central's been known like to make things happen, and then like even had like Damien as a coach, and like you might think he could get signed later, and it's like all of these like little rosters like spots, and people just saw like if you put them together, like damn, that's a superstar team. Like at least like top half of like all teams, people thought like that's Pepega, and people thought like I could just make a better draft and like Thought Police, and like, that's Pepega, but that didn't work out. So
Yeah, so like we also had Ryu on off tank, right? But he was suspended for 2 weeks, and then after that 2 weeks, or like after like, he told me before the draft, he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be moving after the 2 week suspension, so I don't know if you'll undraft me." And I was like, "Okay, when will you be back?" He said some, I don't remember the exact date, but we figured it out, and he said he would be back, enough
And
to
then
play
his internet
most of
just
the
sucked.
season. Yeah, and his internet just gave out.
oh yeah,
It
that was
wasn't
another
his
thing
fault.
with the Ryu. Like Ryu
Like-
was expected to be like this is his season, right? Because Ryu in the past isn't he didn't have like
Yeah,
the best.
Ryu been on some
His
terrible
best
teams, and I feel
has been
bad
like
for
what
him.
Toker, right? Like Toker, what season 2, And so like this is Ryu season. He's gonna
Spoilers.
do something, right? And then it just kind of it just kind of went out the window because he had to go move, and then he had bad internet. So he
It
couldn't
was
play.
very unfortunate for him,
Vermont
and
moment.
Vermont moment, New England moment. I do hope he gets on a good team soon if he wants to continue
He is
that.
on a good team now on Twitter.
I don't even know what team he's on, but
Yeah, but
on
isn't
L- he's on
isn't he
low.
benched on that team?
oh,
or-
okay.
Yeah, probably.
What does
Maybe
Lao
not. I don't
stand
know.
for?
Anyway, that's all I had to say. So
I've
I'll
had
be
him
going
on like
back.
my OD teams before that ended up giving out like a month or two later because I gotta just like quick project teams that I get bored with, and he does really well when he has good pieces around him, but harder doing these draft leagues. That's all.
So, in particular, despite obviously not being as successful as you guys may have hoped for, you did manage to get a pretty good win against Capitalism in Week 5. So,
Easy peasy.
what happened with that game?
I
Go ahead.
Is
Rome
if-
and Damien would probably be better at it.
One sec, Jason.
Sorry, what?
Hold on.
I would say what happened with that game was we let the players had a bit of fun. So it all started on Rialto when I think it was Cannon here told Ryu to lock hog.
I told him to stop being a bitch.
Half of it is capitalism is just cursed. The other half is just like we just got momentum on our side.
Real.
Was
I
that a roster?
specifically remember telling Damien to go Mercy.
And then and then Kizgo locks the Farah had a really good barrage, and then also barrages into a lamppost and kills himself. How do you do that? But I feel like I don't know. I was only there I missed the first map, and then I played for Kings Row, and then we put Damien in. But I think just like letting Ryu just like lock hog, and then just
Let
like,
Ryu
the team
play what he
is, like,
wants.
letting Ryu do what he wants, and then just like letting him do what he wants. It's like it was just momentum, and then capitalism just like I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie.
I think it was more of people
I
found
threatened-
like hope in it, because
Yeah.
whenever we started off on we were pretty much giving up. That's why we were trolling on that comp because we just gave
Mhm.
up.
We had
then,
never played double shield before
Bro,
that pretty
And
much.
then obviously, I think capitalism kind of maybe went a little easier when they saw the comp, and then we took advantage of it, and then there was just hope there. And as long as there's hope, you just keep going for it.
Oh, and also I threatened Ryu's stupid ass. I said I'll kill him if he doesn't win.
What?
Yeah,
I
I
was
said-
not
I
aware
said-
of that.
I said say goodbye to your family if you don't lock hog.
What?
It's after our attack, I think we attacked first. Whichever one we did
No, we
first,
full
yeah, it was
health.
attack. Because
No,
I
we
remember
full
after
health.
our attack, I was
Wait,
like,
did we?
I just knew we won the match. I just knew we had it.
Yeah.
I just had that feeling.
It was a really good I'm sure it was fun to play, but I think it was a really good match to watch too, because I just remember Crumbed and I just going crazy watching it. It was really good.
You mean to tell me?
I
I'm
didn't
not
listen to a
gonna-
single comm the team made that whole entire match. I'm not gonna.
In our little voice chat, I was nutting when we won. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
That was kind of going crazy.
Oh, and the chat was blowing up on Lee Jane control.
I don't think I talked more in a single game ever.
So
Talked so
that
much.
must have been after I left. Yeah, it had to be
Yeah,
after
it was.
because I was watching every game, on stream. So I left week 2 or 3. I was getting a little depressed, and I just didn't want it to turn into what it was on it was back in season 2. And I knew staying would have just made it worse. So I left, and I figured Damien was a good choice for the manager. And I remember watching that game, and it was just really good to see them winning.
Wait, did Cardi drop?
Bro,
Yo, stop playing with me.
No, he didn't. Dude, why does he keep tweeting? Put out narcissism, bro.
I think it's his label.
Narcissist is gonna be a clothing
I'm
brand,
gonna-
bro. Watch.
I'm gonna go insane. Bro.
You're gonna get real fucking disappointed when he drops some
Yeah.
shoes, dog.
He already dropped the helmet, bro.
He's gonna drop a fucking football visor, and you're gonna cry yourself to sleep.
And I'm gonna buy.
Yeah. I remember that game. It was good to see them winning.
The game against DC wasn't that bad, right?
I don't remember.
Um,
I think it
it
started off
wasn't-
okay.
The only thing I
Started
remember
off
about
okay, yeah.
DC is shit talking Vinny before the match.
like it wasn't. I don't think it was like it wasn't our worst game. I don't think, but it
Well, like,
wasn't.
half of the clips in my montage are against them, so we had to have won like one.
Yeah, all I
No, we got
remember is-
3-0.
Oh, we
I
did.
I think I shit talked Frozen and Vinny. Yeah.
Nice.
They had-
I want to talk about the tenacity game.
Shut
Ooh, that was a good game.
That was the best
That was
game.
such a close game, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh wait,
We
was
had a
that
map.
the last game?
The
Yeah.
40-minute map.
The 40-minute
Oh, that
Kings
was
Row
fun.
match.
I like that.
Dude, I don't even know what happened. We were feeling so
I
good.
was
like,
I was
going
out
into it,
that day.
and
I
we
was
just-
out
It was
doing
kind
something.
of close, and then they rolled us on 1 point, and we swapped to goats.
No. Like I'm specifically talking about the first map. Like I don't know
Yeah, like the first
what.
map.
Like
Felt,
we just. I don't even remember.
I felt like we went into the game feeling pretty good because I know that was the game after Tenacity's loss, and I know that Tenacity also didn't want to lose to us. And like I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really expect us to win because like even though Tenacity may have lost like a game that should have been like or on paper should have been easy for them, like there's still just so much more to that team. And then like I just remember we were in the match and I was like on my sister's bed, like I wasn't even at my PC, and they just like we just lost momentum after the first map, and then on Kings Row we did like the team just realized that there was no roll lock, and then we just locked goats. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm not even talking about like shit
Like,
that happened
we had-
just because we didn't have anything to play for once we lost one map. Like that first map, I don't even remember what happened. But something happened, and then it felt like just everyone had a grudge against each other.
We lost first
Went
point.
with it.
We got confused on what we were gonna play on the first map. And we just like
Ooh,
locked
yeah.
some crazy like weird shit.
And
I think Golo said that there was no roll lock, and then I immediately switched to like Zarya or something for.
Yeah, it was whoever hosted that did not do the greatest of jobs because they started
So-
it as mystery heroes the first map, and then
yeah.
we started,
Maybe
and then
you
there was
should've
no
played
roll
it
lock
out.
the second map.
Maybe you might have played that out, honestly.
So what I
Yeah, you
remember from that day is
that game.
I was out doing something. I forget where I was, but I remember coming home, like driving home and checking my phone when I got in the driveway, and Poofa messaged me. We did it for you with a smiley face, and I was like, "What? What are you?" And I was like, kind of excited because I thought they beat Tenacity, and I saw the picture on King's Row where you're all standing on top of each other. And I just sat in my car for a good 15 minutes, like crying and laughing at the same time. It was so funny.
Like I don't know. I think like I didn't think we were gonna win the game, but I think like I didn't want the team to end off on like a bad note, just like getting rolled by like one of the best teams in the league and then just like leaving it at that. So I'm really glad we had that map because that was honestly fun, and I think that's like one of the last times I've had fun on Overwatch since. Like that was a funny game.
We had the 3-0 to make it for context. We had the 3-0 to make it to playoffs, and then
We lost
And we
first
lost the
map.
first map, so it just didn't matter.
That was getting the Tokyo DP was the highlight of my match.
Yo, who's chewing on their mic right now?
Ken, please.
Ken is a little busy doing karate. Do not interrupt him.
I'm outside running.
Oh.
Don't you have
We're
like?
lost.
Didn't you just say you hurt your shoulder or something?
Yeah, no, my shit's dislocated right now, but fuck it.
Why are you running?
Cause I can't.
Okay.
Thanks.
Classic cannon.
What the hell was I gonna ask? I completely forgot. Oh right, I remember. So around, I think it was a little bit earlier than the halfway point season, but at some point you guys picked up No Goal or whatever he goes by now, and more or less stuck with him on the main tank as opposed to Juice, who was rather hyped up by just about everyone in the around the draft. So what was I guess what was the thought process with such a drastic change in main tank, and like how did it help or hinder the team, you think?
So Oh,
I,
do you want to go
I wanna
first?
go? I can go if you want me to.
You
I
guys
think
can
I
go
have a
first.
good answer to this. A lot of it is like obviously we weren't doing good and like we didn't really know what to do, and obviously something needed to change. So we kind of just tried, and like we're gonna have a new off tank soon. We got Kiz to replace one of the DPS, so we're just like, let's just try and like maybe if we change just something, just get new like ideas, new faces, new talking, that it will like flip around and just something will click. Obviously it didn't click as much, but as
I
much as
think.
we needed it to, but it definitely changed, and we got a
Mhm.
little bit more competitive. Obviously, we
Yeah.
want to game with it.
Like
So that was like one of the main thoughts of it. Just
I
getting
think
some sort of change. There's
one
not
of
much you can really do when you're at the bottom.
yeah, I think it was also hard, especially like because that late in the season, you have to think about it. After the third game, you couldn't pick up people who weren't eligible from the draft until the third, like after the third game. But are your PFP can go?
It's-
Like you have to think about it. After 3 games and you've already lost all 3, I think. I always think that we should have been allowed to pick up new people after the second game. But when you lose 3 games, no one from the FA is gonna want to join your team. And then by that point, it was like already like half of the season, and it was just really hard to get people. But I was able to find Golo lost after German camp, and I was like, you should join my team. And then he did. But like, I think part of my reason too is that I think at that point in the season, we really struggled with consistency on main tanks. Like we had Easy playing half of the main tanks and just playing the other. But when we watched, like when we had Golo in, Golo was just able to do like he was solid on like all of the main tanks. Because I think we had Easy on Orisa and then Juice on Ryan, and then it would switch between Monkey for the both. But I think like I know that I kind of wanted the consistency between
Yeah.
like main tanks, like having a main tank.
Easy only play one map.
Yeah, but like before we knew that we were gonna get Golo, that was like the plan.
So like I love Juice, and I love playing with him on Christian University, on Michigan in Toker. He's a great main tank to play with. He's fun, but back in League Zero, he was pretty hindered back to only being able to play Rhine. He was good at it when we watched him in Pugs. It was just very unfortunate that not everyone was working well with him on Pepega, which is a good reason why they picked up Golo, and I'm happy they did while I was gone. So.
All right. Let's see. I've more or less run out of questions for you guys, so I think I'll ask you one last, and it's probably gonna drag out a little bit because each of you can have your own individual responses. But what would you say your favorite moment from the season was?
Oh man. You guys want to go first?
Just go down like the
Yeah,
name
so-
order.
Kiz,
Yeah. So, Kiz,
where did
you
you
want to go
even
first?
find my profile? It's a really low res version of it.
Things.
Mine was probably when I went behind him on Hanamura when I was playing Farah, and I actually have it as a GIF. Hold up, give me a sec.
Oh, while he's looking for that, Golo, what was your favorite?
Either the tower when we were all stacked on top of each other against tenacity, or my shatter on our point A attack on Hanamura versus capitalism. It look like it's a holiday.
Good answer.
What the
Chromed
fuck?
or Cannon? What are you?
Those were
here?
probably my.
Are you still
I
running?
can't really decide between the
So, are we talking about like in game or in general? Pepega
Just-
Paris.
Favorite
Anything.
moment in general, I guess.
In general, oh, definitely when I was in scrims, locking hog pissing everyone off. That was funny. or telling Ryu to stop being a fucking bitch and lock hog. Yeah, pretty good moment.
I think my favorite moment was when I realized Cannon had joined the Pepega Parrot server.
Oh,
Oh.
thanks, man.
There it is.
I
That's
cried
why you're
a
my
little.
baby, bro. That's why you're my baby.
Whoa!
Wait, did you get rid of gifts in general?
No, it's just still
What
be
is
there.
going on?
Did he just
We
get
haven't-
attacked? His dog.
We have an embed fail.
Here,
Mom!
Whoa!
You love me?
Oh, there we go. That's the gift. It's what I did.
Okay,
Oh, it's-
okay.
It's a little bit
so
low quality.
Did you put a filter on this?
Yeah, well, I wanted to make it really low quality, so I
Guys.
stretched it out and I put it through 2 different GIF
Is that-
transferring websites.
4x3.
Captured with
pretty
Steel
cool.
Series moments.
I'm actually looking at it on a 4x3 monitor.
Yeah, that was my
Anyway.
favorite moment.
What was yours, Poofa?
I have a few. I enjoyed. A few of my favorite moments were, and I enjoyed like before, like pre-draft, like
Oh yeah.
Kids Go, Damien and I and Jemima just like making draft plans. That was fun.
Plans. We actually had plans, but we had to.
I still have the spreadsheet. Hold
The
on,
3 P's in a
I
pod chain, bro. Oh my god, I'm so good.
Actually, if I
see.
send you something, can you like show it on the video?
Yeah.
I
And
will.
then-
I will go through it and delete anything.
I also
you know,
liked.
that'll
what
get you
else?
Banned off YouTube.
I liked the Tenacity game was
Anything bad.
fun. Tenacity game was fun.
Sure, can I?
Winning the game, like winning the capitalism game, even though I wasn't playing it in fun, and then my like 3K boop on like during our Thought Police game, was it, or Exodus? I don't know. I got like a 3K boop off the bridge, and that was just like, I think that's the best thing I've ever done in this game.
And you Ajax right after.
Wait, where's Acri?
Juicer.
Acri, may I say a few things that will not go towards my managing status?
Your social credit score.
Has anything you said ever gone towards your managing status?
I mean, I was gonna. I want to say some things, but like everyone in like McDonald's is gonna say that I'm not gonna be able to get manager ever again for what I'm about to say here. But it's not even that bad, really. So like, can I get like a few words to say that won't go against me?
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Damien, you're cool. Chromed, I like you. I'm out.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, that was.
Juice got main tank diffed every scrim.
All right. As I
We
just
have back on him.
as I just got done talking about how I like him. Okay.
Yeah.
Technically, he
Well, I
only said
love
it to 3 people.
I love
There's only
Juice, but
3
everyone on
people.
this team could be. I love everyone on this team, man.
After he definitely told me to keep myself safe after
Well,
the
listen,
season.
Listen, all I know about Juice is he's a Browns
Ooh,
fan, and I really don't like those. I gotta be honest.
Okay. Acri. I've gone through and deleted anything I think is really absurd. But if you think there's anything there, you can just like censor it yourself, I guess.
Sheet.
Yeah. Just go ahead, scroll through that. That's our draft sheet.
What
She
the
is
hell?
too. We deleted
What
everything that was
the
real.
hell? That
All
is
the
a
real
lot of
shit.
pictures.
I remember
I'm
correctly.
curious now.
It was.
I think
technically new banner.
BTC.
Yeah.
I think my
Okay.
favorite thing in there is how do I rotate text in MS Paint?
Oh yeah, that was when Rockney was there too. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this-
You
this
might want
screen
to
never
you might
happened.
want to you might want to cover the picture that's under Y Jonak.
Why Jonah? I'm not even gonna look for it. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna.
Yeah, you might want to cover that. That could get you in some trouble on YouTube.
Anyways, check. I don't care, dude. Like, dude, we're like
Alright.
29 minutes in. The automated stuff only lasts for 10 minutes on YouTube. Anyways, check. You got a question, or are you just commenting on whatever Juice just said before he left? You gotta accept the invite, Jag. It's like
Come on, Jag.
top right corner, I think. Top
Come on,
one. There you
Shaggy.
go.
I'm gonna keep it a stack.
What?
Yikes! My bad. I heard the plan as it was happening. Tried to stop him, didn't work. I mean, hey, it is what it is. And you know who I'm talking about. You guys know who I'm talking about. So,
Who are you talking about, Chegg?
No, man, I have no
Mr.
idea. Maybe
Philadelphia
inform me.
himself. Mr. Philadelphia himself. So, I just wanted to say apologies and I don't know. Stop being a terrible team next time. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I love you
didn't even
guys.
say anything that bad. Okay.
We did get last place.
Nah, he has some genuine hatred towards some of the people on our team.
Yeah, he's real mad at me because someone told him that I wanted him off of Michigan, but that's not true. I told the manager to start him when I'm playing. Whatever.
I heard about that. It's actually kind of funny.
Anyways, Damien, I forget if you gave a favorite moment or not.
Oh.
Yeah, Damien didn't get his, and
Mine, as a whole, was definitely that capitalism game because it was just after the second map, of course, because it was just so hyped, just the whole thing. But specifically, probably at the end of Hanamura, on our defense, when I bashed Greek out of his shatter, like I literally just started shaking. It was like I don't even know why. Like it was just because it was like right at the end. I bashed him out of shatter. We won the map. It was I don't know. That was probably favorite.
So I drink the water out of the water bottle. It's been sitting in my room for like 5 years.
Dude, you're
Has it
fucking
been in the
gross,
sun?
man.
my favorite moments definitely were the night, like every night after Pugs, for the week before the draft. Poofa, Damien, Rockney, and Kiz and I would all sit down in the call and we would just like tell jokes and like laugh for like 3 hours straight. And then we'd be like, all right, yeah, like I there were points where I was actually like in tears on the ground, like I couldn't breathe. And then we'd be like, okay, let's do this draft. And then Rockney would say something like balls. I'll get back to laughing again. It was real fun. And honestly, that was probably the most fun I've ever had in League Zero. Besides Season 1, which I don't think anything will ever top that. So
Real Season 1 too good.
Season 1 was goated. You know, you got the
think
greatest
Season 2
manager of all time, the Lich King. Sorry, Lich. I love Lich. I see him on Twitter every now and then.
He's so old on Twitter. I'm not gonna lie.
He's such an old. He's like 40 years old on Twitter. It's so funny.
Oh my god. I think he literally said back in my day at some point.
Would not be shocked if he said
All
that.
right. That's pretty much all I've got. I'm slowly dying from allergies, so I'm going to end it there before I completely lose my voice. So thank you all for showing up, especially as last minute as this was planned. Thanks to anyone. Nah, it's fine. If it was any time this upcoming week, I probably would have said no, but I put it today aside as the last day I've had. This is literally the 4th press conference today, so.
This guy's in pain.
No, just my sinuses are non-existent right now. Anyways, that's all I've got. That's all we have for this season. Good shit all around. Until next time, don't die.